Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to ERN Division 3 Round 9 here at Canada. So looking forward for an interesting race. I'm your main commentator tonight, ERN D6W, joined with my good friend Mr. ERN Ramos. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, Canada, Sam, what are you thinking?
Yeah, interesting race. There can be a lot of strategies going on, lots of different sort of options with tyres, of course. I'm assuming most of the drivers are going to be starting on the softs because, I mean, that's most likely what, to try and get as much track position as possible. But it's going to be interesting to see whether we have any sort of medium runners. But obviously, at the back of the grid and the lower top 10, obviously, they have free tyre choice, so they can go for an alternate strategy, of course, which may work in their favour quite heavily.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Because we know the softs are the best tyre. So, looking on board now with GR8, he's going to be the first man to set a time. Not yet, he's going to be the first man to go for a flyer at least. But he's coming through last chicane. Do you have a quick talk about this lap, Sam?
Who with?
GR8.
Okay, coming down to turn 1. Very hard braking corner, trying to keep a nice tight line, running out wide. Very nice line there, not getting too much on the curbs. As we come down into turn 3, quite a difficult chicane, especially to invalidate. Very nicely done there. As we come to the next set of corners, braking hard, finding his zone. There it is, and gets a little bit on the curb. Probably could take a little bit more. Running a lovely little line out there. Lovely line there. DRS activated, getting him that extra speed. To increase his top speed, of course, as we come into the next braking zone, heavy braking zone, trying to take as much curve, that left-hand curve, and he's invalidated. That's unfortunate from GR8 there.
Yeah, shame. Looking like a really good lap. He's hooked up a lot of the first and majority of the second sector, but he just went a little bit too deep and got that time invalidated. But looking on for the next time of... is it Big G will be coming across something? No. Ferrari, maybe? No. Trying to find time. Who are we looking for? I think people have invalidated the laps. Ah, yes. Shadow Wolf hasn't invalidated his lap, and he's coming across. He's coming down the main straight now and across the line. He's going to set the time of a 1:11.9. So he's on provisional pole with that time. Good lap from him.
Yeah.
Coming across the line next should be McLaren. No. A Red Bull of Dame Zero. Yes, he's going to be coming across the line. Where's he going to go? He's going to go for 1:09.7. That's a good lap from him. Almost 2 seconds quicker than Shadow Wolf. I believe that. And his teammate Dingo Dolphin going P11 with a 1:11.5. But Fintu Racing goes faster as well. Just missed that one with a 1:09.6. It's good laps from these two. Dingo Dolphin and Shadow Wolf just a little bit down, but it's their first lap, so there was always time to improve there. Trying to find the next car coming across. It should be a Haas. Yes, there it is, of Big G. He goes third with 1:10.3, so good from him. Ferrari come across the line. No, he's starting a lap. I think these next 3 are starting laps. But Moto XX a lap of a 1:11.1, so good from him. Should be McLaren next of... No, he's coming into pits. Billy maybe next car set a lap, but it's invalidated, so he's coming into the pits. And I believe that's Dame Zero that's just going to come into the pits as well. So, some good laps from this top 7, don't you think, Sam?
Yeah, it's good. I think you can see a lot of the grid have invalidated their laps as they return to the pits to get a new set of softs on. But yeah, it's looking quite interesting already with Fintu Racing and Dame Zero really leading the pack with a very quick time, very competitive time, absolutely. But I mean, that goes to show that Dame Zero that's why he's at the top of the tables, and hopefully Fintu Racing also coming up to the top of the tables as well in the standings.
Yeah, trying to find some cars on laps now. checking if there's a Ferrari Beardo wheels. No, he's gone in for a lap. Will Crowd and Doors set a time next? No, it doesn't. I think that lap was invalidated. Or he's either running out lap, one of the two. But I think Kylie Boy... No. Ah yes, Kylie Boy is on a lap. So he's coming down the main straight now. There's a good exit offer there, so they'll be watching him come down the straight now. That Williams does look nice though, don't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming into this final chicane, got to get this all hooked up as he goes into the pits.
Seems like everyone's pitting every time we start commentating on one.
Oh no. They don't make my life easy, do they?
No.
As I believe Will Howard will be the next to cross the lines. He's coming into this final chicane. Please don't go in the pits. No, he's not going in the pits. He's going to get that chicane nice. It goes a little bit too deep, but doesn't hit the wall. Good for him. Coming in now, cross the line into 9th place with a 1:13.9. So reasonable lap for him as he spins.
Yeah, I've just been riding.
Sorry about that. I caught
with,
that.
Crowding Door. He's set perfect for sector 2, and he goes 3rd fastest with a 109.891. Very close to danger indeed. Looking good, especially after getting his first podium, I believe, at Azerbaijan last weekend, picking up a 2nd place. Really good job from him.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's always nice seeing new faces on the podium. Just looking through the grid now, trying to find some times, but a lot of people are on now laps, or laps have been invalidated. But it's a bit of a shame to see. I think a Racing Point will be next. No. ART Racing is going on a lap. Yeah, a lot of people are starting laps now. Sorry about that, folks. Just trying to find people on laps. I think Dame Zero's on the lap. No, he's on an out lap. I think that's his teammate then, will be a Dingo Dolphin.
Yeah, he's about to start his final lap.
Do you want to ride on board with him then?
Yep. Here we go. Out the exit, the final corner. DRS activated, and let's begin the lap of Canada. Coming down into turn 1, a very tricky left-hander. Gets a good amount of curves coming into the right-hander of turn 2. Lovely amount of curve, keeping a nice tight line. Lovely exit, not getting too squirrely as we come into turn 3. Very difficult chicane again. Very easy to invalidate. It takes it very nicely there. Very safe line there. Taking a nice line into the right-hander. Coming into the hard braking zone of turn 6. Not much curve being used there. All there as well, but it's alright. He's looking alright as he's got DRS activated. Getting that extra top speed down the 2nd straight. Coming to the hard braking zone. Very easy to invalidate and unsettle the car. He's made that perfectly. Come down to the chicane of turn 10. Down into the hard braking zone. There it is. Down to 2nd. Made first hit on the road section. There it is. Up to 3rd for the traction out the exit the corner. Lovely exit there. He's going to get a nice pull from Kylie Boy in the Williams in front. He's going to take the advantage of that. And you can go past him as he comes to the chicane. Very nicely done, but unfortunately invalidates it. That is going to be a pain.
Yeah, why are you just going down the straight then? Massey sets the fastest time of a 1:09.3. Don't worry guys, we didn't miss it. But that's a good lap from him. As he's... Yeah, I believe Massey did set a time then, of 1:09.3. Trying to find some more cars on the laps. Oh god, there's people jumping around. Zach's Beast jumps up into P7, I believe that was, yep. Both Racing Points haven't set laps yet.
Yeah.
So they're going to need to start working on that soon.
Yeah, Carve's moved up to 12. I think there's a couple other people who set some more laps as well. So
Carve's in the grass.
Grid's starting to rank up now as Vintage Racer's actually retired. Obviously,
is he retired or is he crashed?
I believe he's crashed out at the exit of the chicane.
Oh yeah, he had.
that is unfortunate for Fintu Racing, the winner of the last race at Azerbaijan. So that's not going to be looking good for him, not at all.
No, very difficult track. I think this is on traction, especially with these chicanes. They can be quite difficult sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, it's quite a heavy wheel track, so most of the people in Division 3 who I believe most of them are on controllers with a couple of exceptions, but they are probably going to be struggling around this circuit as well.
Yeah, Zackersby's just jumped up into P6 with a 1:10.0, so good lap from him there. I've noticed total recalls on the mediums as he jumps up into P8 with a 1:10.6 on those mediums I was just talking about. That's a really good lap from him. Zach could really throw around the strategy.
Yeah, I think he must be going for the alternate, or medium, soft, medium, or maybe going medium, medium, soft. But yeah, brilliant lap from Total Recall on those mediums.
Yeah, if he can get into top 10 with those mediums, he's looking good for this race. So everyone, of course, around he'll have to start on the softs.
Just having a look at the time sheets, and 10, 11, and 12 are very close together with just a 10th separating them. That's very impressive from this division.
Yeah, still seeing a lot of people with track invalidations, as it's a very high penalty track, obviously, with us running in strict corner cuttings. So it's not always your best friend, but one of the things here as drivers we have to deal with.
Yeah.
But Division 3 here looking quite strong, aren't they? Especially
Yeah.
on these timing sheets.
Yeah, very impressive. Just got the odd few Aston Racing, RT Racing, Beardo Wheels. Still haven't set a lap yet. Hopefully we'll see their laps coming in
Fragstar's,
soon.
sorry about that. Fragstar's about to cross the line. Does he improve? Yes, he does by 5/100ths of a second. So not enough to get in P3, where Fintu Racing still is after crashing out, but still got plenty of time to improve. With 4 minutes left. Sorry about that, Sam. Carry on.
Sorry, yeah, but just got the odd few we are still waiting to set a lap. Hopefully them two will be setting a lap soon. As I'm just having a look, Aston Race is beginning his flying lap, as well as Aston Race, and Beardo Wheels is the next one to cross the line to start his flying lap, followed by, I believe, Aston Race, who's now going to begin their flying laps, and hopefully we'll see a full timing sheet.
Yeah, just noticed on Total Recall's time, he switched over to the softs, so might not be feeling too confident on those mediums to get him through to I was about to say Q2 then. Get him through to into the top 10, but he's gone over to soft, so unfortunately no. What's the word? I can't say the word. Help me. Alternate strategy. That's it. There we go. Oh, looks like we've had a bit of an off. Is that? I don't know. Saw a yellow flag there.
Sorry,
I don't think anyone...
RT Race is about to come across the line for his first lap as he goes 6th faster than 1:10.02. Very good lap from him.
Yeah, finally the racing points setting in those laps, so good from them. So it's only Aston Racing now as Beardo Wheels sets a 1:10.9, but he just gets out qualified there by Total Recall with a 1:10.6.
Yeah. And,
so we've got a full lineup now.
And then Aston Racing also taking his first lap and going with a 1:10.1. Yeah, full time sheets. I think people are going to start setting their final laps now.
Yeah. Is this okay? No, I was about to say Kylie Boy about to set a lap as he comes into the pits. I think Billy, no, he's about to start a lap. Crowd indoor, is it? No, he's gone in. Haas next. Oh, no, he's coming to the pits. GR8, is he going to cross the line?
He's going to begin his lap.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's started this lap now. waiting on a couple other people to start their final laps. Your Dolphin is next to cross the line and begin his flying lap as well.
There's Massey as well. He's going out to set another. See if he can beat his own time right now. Doesn't look like we've had too much challenge for it. For that provisional pole position. But Dame Zero, the closest person to him right now, he's going to be starting a lap. But we'll try and find... Oh wait. There we go, I think, yep, Massey is the first one that will be coming across the line to set the lap out of this first lot. There's... No, sorry, no one switched position then. So, Massey, yes, he's getting a very good chicane there. But that looked really smooth from him. Is he on the wheel there? I think he is on the wheel.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. That looked really smooth for there, so I think that is a wheel. Not too much twitching around. So that's really going to benefit him around here. Especially, as you said earlier, this is mainly a wheel track, not too helpful on the controller. As he's coming across the line, he just scrapes the wall of champions. And is he going to improve? No. Yes, he does, sorry. He improves by 1/10. So that gives him a 109.3. Next person to cross the line will be Dame Zero. That gets much better exit than Massey, but he can only improve by 1/10. So it's unfortunate for him. So he won't be on pole position for once. Moto X will be next to cross the line down in P13. Where can he put it? He stays in the same place, so just crowding door. Or have they both started laps? I think they both started laps. Never mind. We've got another now, Alpha Tauri about to cross the line. He's going on a flying lap. Any times for any times. Dingo Dolphin will be next to cross the line. Please set a time. As he's crossed the line to finish the race and he couldn't improve his time, so he's down in P15. So not that strong of a qualifying for him, so hopefully he can make it up in the race. Hopefully switch over to those mediums. Aston Racing, I think, crossed the line. Yeah, he didn't improve, I don't think, there. Next cross line maybe Big G. Yes, it is Big G. He goes up into P5 with a 198. Good lap from him. Next across the line will be a Williams of Kylie Boy. He improved by 0.6 of a second. That's a big improvement from him. Next is Moto X, I believe that was. He improved. Sorry, he didn't improve. He was 0.5 slower that lap. Next across the line is an Alpha Tauri of GR8. He crosses the line and 0.2 quicker, but unfortunately that wasn't enough to move him up any positions. Racing Point just crossed the line. Didn't see who that was.
I do believe GR8 did move up position from 14th to 13th.
Oh, did he? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. And Fin2, sorry, Fin2. Fragstar cross the line, go up into P4 with a 109.7, so that's a good lap from him. And I think that is the grid. Yeah, that's the grid.
Very interesting indeed. Lots of people who had retired a little bit early on, but yeah, mix of times, let's be honest. Very nice spread of times, but everyone, of course, has gone on to the soft. So Puerto Rico, who we thought was going to stay on the mediums, didn't, and decided to go for the soft. So yeah, it's very interesting to see what is going to happen for the race. So I think bottom 10 are really going to try and go for a different strategy. There's no point in going for the soft, medium. But yeah, very interesting qualifying indeed.
Yeah, totally agree with you there. So they're all starting soft, so I'm going to presume the P11 down to P20 as we've got Valtteri Bottas joining us in this session. We'll be going on the mediums. I believe that would be the best strategy for them. Because obviously they'll be able to take those mediums much longer than the soft runners that are stuck on the softs down into P10.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be all about strategies this race, and strategies can really make a big difference in the race. I mean, there might be a safety car, I'm not too sure. We'll see what happens.
It'll be interesting to see one.
Yeah, it would be. It'll really mix up the order and all the strategies, as that is qualifying over for ERN at Canada.
Yes. Hopefully it's going to be a close race, closer than we've seen at some races like Monaco. Big gaps were formed there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But look how close that grid is. All the way down to P11, sorry P10, all within a second. So if you even improved by 2 tenths, that would have gained you like 3 positions.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Canada, looking forward to seeing what that will be like. I think Massey's going to have probably a good start as well. Dame Zero probably going to be right on the behind him, really trying to catch up as much as he can, really. And probably Fin2 Racing is also going to want to be making positions up, especially after not the best qualifying session he's had. That's for sure.
Yeah, so I agree with you there. But it'll come play out in the race.
Yeah, absolutely. As it's raining for the race.
Oh dear.
Oh dearie me. This is going to spice things up a lot, that's for sure.
Big oh dear.
As
do you want to give us a grid rundown?
Yeah, there we go.
Bit of a tradition for you around here.
So pole position is Massey, followed by Dame Zero and Fin2 Racing. That is our top 3 for today. As in 4th, Fragstar, followed by Big G, Total Recall, Crowding Door, RT Race, Zacky's Beast, Aston Racing, Billy, Beardo Wills, GR8, Moto X, Dingle Dolphin, Kylie Boy, Shadow Wolf, Carve, Willar, Howard to finish up the grid in P19. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race, I think. So obviously that strategy is not going to come into play at all then.
No. I think they will get a fresh set of hinters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Apart from that, looks like, I don't know if it's going to be wet all the way through. Might have to see if we can confirm that with some drivers.
Get some
unless it dries up a little bit at the end, but looks quite wet.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is going to be quite a difficult track, especially for the wets, because traction in this circuit is very key. And I just think if you nail the traction, it's going to be all right. But with the wets, it's just 10 times harder.
Yeah, and of course, this is kind of... I don't think it is classed street circuit, but it is almost a street circuit. That's how close the walls are.
Yeah.
There's no room for error, especially on the final chicane, where you got the wall of champions, and majority of the chicanes, you just go a little bit too wide, and your wing's in the wall, maybe you could lose a tyre.
I've just had a look, and it's going to be wet to into to dry. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. So it's obviously going to dry up for the back end of the race. So hopefully, maybe we're going to see some softs going on, and probably some quicker lap times coming along as well as we progress through the race.
Yeah, this is going to be a spicy race.
So,
but what are your predictions?
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. I think I want Massey to hold this. I think he's going to hold it. I think he's going to take home the win for us. So I think he's going to do a good job. But not too sure. What are you?
I think... Who was it that crashed out in qualifying? I can't remember the names. Too many names to remember. Fin2 Racing. I think he's got a good chance of pulling a bit of... Because he looked like he had good pace. And I think he could pull it back a little bit more. Maybe see him in that top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, so obviously the back runners aren't going to be really helped by this wet, of course, because their only advantage on the top runners would have been their alternate strategy or a completely different strategy going into the race. But obviously now that's been taken away, it's really hindered them.
Yeah, totally agree with you there. But it's going to be an interesting race.
Yeah. I definitely think we'll see a lot of wings at the World of Champions. Absolutely, it's going to be there's going to be just a stack of wings there.
Sorry about that. Yeah, there's going to be every chicane we see. There's going to be end plate.
It's just the final corner, turn 13 and 14. It's a difficult corner to get right in the dry anyway, let alone in the wet. I think we're going to see a lot of penalties from people just sliding over and getting a corner cut. It's just going to be absolute hell.
Yeah, the Division 2 last night, I think everyone got a penalty, didn't they?
Yeah, so I think the race might be won or lost by penalties as well. So last race was actually wet as well, so maybe we might have a look at see. Crowley Dore did very well in the wets, getting his first podium, picking up P2. So maybe he may just be a little bit better in the wet than the rest. So he could be from 7th, maybe getting up to a podium possibly, or moving up quite a few positions. Got to keep an eye on him for the race, that's for sure.
Yeah, from last year's game, I think the weather, like driving's improved quite a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's not easier, but it's like you can feel the car much more. Even on controller, you can feel the grip, virtually, and you can feel it through your hands. You just know when that car's going to go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. As now we are waiting for the drivers as we've got a 5-minute break. Hopefully they'll be running up soon. I think it's been in 5 minutes now, so hopefully we'll see them running up anytime soon. There we go. Look at that.
Speak to the devil.
Good timing, eh?
Predicting the future now, are we?
Right, here we go. And considering, I mean, last race was in a street circuit, and obviously it was in the wet, but we had, I believe it was 8 DNFs from last race, so I think we're going to see a lot of DNFs this race, that's for sure.
Yeah, as I'm getting a strategy, wets and wets all the way. But I think we're going to see a lot of position changes through, as Dame Zero's already been disqualified. He's managed to do that off the start. Just try to get up all the telemetry. But yeah, especially talking about Crowden or how he got his first podium in the wet. It is good when you see a driver enjoy the wet because it just spices things up so much more. Because everyone usually hates the wets, and then you get that one person that loves it.
Yeah. Well, I guess the centre of the group, I guess. But yeah, hopefully in a couple of laps' time we'll start to see a dry line starting to occur. Maybe laps starting to get a little bit quicker as we progress through the race, of course, as it is going to get a lot drier. So, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, those dry lines should be coming in. Well, these wet tyres, they move so much water, and there's a lot of people have been disqualified from the formation lap, so bit of contact going on already, so hopefully that's not a something that's been predicted for the race. Let's hope.
Yeah.
We've got Will Howard at the back that's made quite a bit of a gap to warm up his tyres. Revving out the car and spinning up those back tyres to get all that heat in there. That's really going to affect people at the start because there's such a big gap to the back. So front runners have lined up at the front now, and he's halfway down the straight.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying because obviously the people at the front won't want to be waiting too long because otherwise their tyres are going to get cold. They're cold enough already from the wet weather.
Yeah, how do you feel in the wet?
I do enjoy the wet, if I'm going to be completely honest, as I believe the grid is now fully formed.
Yes, it is. Obviously, we don't get light sync in this game, so it's going to be revs out and away we go. So we've got 4 lights, 3 lights, 5 lights. And is it going to be in sync? No, it's not. So it's going to be revs up and away we go. So they're revving up the cars now. When are they going to go? It's revs out and away we go. Massey gets a good start there. Dame Zero gets a bit of a dodgy start with Fin2 Racing just getting that better start, but Dame Zero is really falling back. That gives Big G the opportunity to go around the outside, and also crowded door. He gets amazing around the outside, but just loses a little bit of grip around there. As we see position changes, as we're seeing a bit of side-by-side action, as a Ferrari loses the front wing, a total recall on the back of Fragstar's front left. But Crowdendall gets a 5, and it's a safety car already. I didn't even notice that. We didn't even get around turn 2. It's a safety car. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty hectic going down. I'm not too sure what caused the safety car. It looks like...
I think it was something at the back, because we've got a Renault right back there.
Yeah, as I did see, RT Race did jump the start, or something happened there. I did manage to catch that. I'm not too sure what's happening there, and he did leave the session. Hopefully I'll try and get him back.
Oh no, that's a safety car right back there, sorry. I thought it was one of the Renaults. I've been trying to find it. But it's a safety car, isn't it? Parked back there. But we haven't lost anyone. This is going to give people the opportunity to fix their front wings if they did lose any during the first 2 corners. But they shouldn't lose too much time. They should be able to catch back up to the grid, and obviously that shouldn't ruin their race too much. But it's going to be interesting to see how many people are going to come in. How many do you think is going to come in, Sam?
Maybe just the odd few, maybe 2 or 3.
His total recall is going to the pits. Yeah, we saw him lose his front wing. As Billy gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It is a tricky pit lane, I think, this one, especially with the entrance.
Yeah.
Especially if you're under attack at the same time, because if someone pulls out, like, gets a move done, pulls out in front of you, just to hold that line, like, not aggressively, but they get in front, pull out in front, like you do. Then you want to go into pitch, you have to slow down a lot more, because you don't want to run into the back of them, because you're going straight on and they're slowing down for a corner.
Yeah, absolutely, because especially, say they've got the outside line and they're just a little bit in front, you want to cut to go into the pit lane, but obviously they're going to be blocking your entrance. Yeah, really big shame from Total Recall. He's been really unlucky with the start today. He's dropped down 10 positions from P6.
Have Codemasters updated the game? Because I'm getting so many new camera angles.
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh! Aston Racing just goes right into the back of Fragstar. I believe that is a broken front wing. Yes, it is, and his teammate behind's also got a broken front wing. So I don't know if he's hit the back of him. Caused a bit of a train reaction there. So I think those two have both got a pick. That's a lot of damage to those 2 cars. That's not going to be good either for ART Racing, because he's behind Aston Racing. Of course, he's going to get held up into his pit stop.
As Cardi Boy puts a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. And people who've gained positions, I mean, Big G's done a good job gaining 2 positions, so is Fin2 Racing gaining 1. Only deal with 2 positions, so there you go, maybe he is proving himself in the wet. And at the moment, Cardi Boy's done the most with gaining 4 positions. Actually, never mind Carve, who's just pit, unfortunately, did have 5 positions at that time, and there you go, Cardi Boy's got 5 positions at the moment. Will Howard has got 6 after some more people have pitted at 3.
Yeah, Carl having to serve a 5-second time penalty there, including changing his front wing, so that's going to drop him back quite a lot. But hopefully he should be able to catch back up by the time the safety car's carried on going around.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just best to pit from the front wing, especially under the safety car. It's a no-brainer going to pit rather than waiting out. Because obviously everyone's going to be compact a bit more, get to the back of the grid very quickly as well.
Yeah, it's starting to see that dry line form now. I've just noticed, especially on the racing line, 'cause that's where it's going to appear. Come on, Tristan. Think. Starting to appear on that racing line, and hopefully if the rain does settle down a little bit more, we should see Inters maybe out. Could be.
Yeah.
Because you can definitely see that dry line out.
Yeah, that dry line is really obvious. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think those Inters probably going to be coming on, I don't know what point, probably maybe lap 10 we may see people starting to think about it. But sort of towards the end of the wet time, I think we'll see, apparently it's going to be getting dry for the end of the race. So maybe we might see some softs going on. Maybe some bold strategies are going on to the mediums a little bit earlier. But I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I haven't had too much experience with the wet weather tyres, so I've only driven on the Inters. But do they last long, or like do they like kind of a medium tyre? Like they can last a decent amount of time. So how long do mediums last? About 17 laps, 17 to 20 laps. Unlike your softs that last about 7, and then your hards that can go on much more.
I'd say they'd be like the equivalent of mediums at times, sort of almost like 15 to 20 laps, I guess. But yeah, so maybe at that point we'll start to see people, as Will Howard has spun round just out the exit of turn 2 and has damaged his, well, completely ripped off, well, not really, it's damaged his front wing. And that is unfortunate for our race. Will Howard, sorry.
Yeah. Unfortunately we missed that, but caught onto the end of it, but that is a shame because I think he was running in good position. He's going to have to pit now. He's 5 seconds behind this pack, and he's got to pit again without hopefully the safety car coming in and him losing even more time, because if safety car comes in now, like it is going to come in now, he's going to lose a lot of position as Carve gets a 5-second time penalty for collision with Shadow Wolf. So I'm going to presume he's ran into the back of him, most likely. But he hasn't picked up any damage, so that's good from him. Well, not good for the side penalty, but not losing the front wing is always a good thing.
Yeah, I'm just noticing as trying to get underway, Dame Zero has dropped down 2 positions. Crown Door's probably going to have a look, see if we can get a move on him as we return to racing.
There's Massey, he's holding up the pack now. When's he going to go? Well, just going to ride on board just for waiting for him to go. As he comes into the pits, it's not going on there. And Fin2 Racing is going to take the lead of this race with Big G. He's going to go up the inside. It's going to be 2 wide into turn 1, side by side now. As Fin2 Racing just gets in front of him there. So we see a bit more overtaking back here. There's a lot of position changes, so people either pitting. Yeah, a lot of people pitted then. That's a strange time to pit just after that safety car's come in. But Fin2 Racing is now the leader of this race as Big G is starting to fall back into Dame Zero's clutches.
Yeah.
Carry on. Sorry, Bella.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why Massey did pit in the end, but obviously probably a front wing change or something like that. But Fin2 Racing is probably quite happy with that.
His GR8's going really slow. Sorry, he's got no end plates. He's going really slow, holding people up. As he just hits Moto X and he's gone off. He's just missed the wall by a millimetre. That's good work from him to get that car stopped, especially on that wet grass. But that's him falling out of this little section of the race. So hopefully another safety car for him. But crowding door, I believe he just went up the inside of Fragstar there to get P4. And looks like he's holding out his own, as we know he is good in this wet weather racing. There's a few Inters been chucked on, that's why they pitted. See, yeah. Kylie Boy, Will Howard and Carve and ART Racing have all pitted for Inters. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, going for just a bold strategy. Well, not too bold. I think most people now seeing that and thinking, oh wait, Inters are looking like a good option right now. So
yeah, a lot of the leaders are pitted.
Yeah, most of the grid are now pitting for those Inters. So probably, if you pitted for the Inters in the pit in the safety car period, that would have been a brilliant strategy there. But yeah, the grid is now really muddled up now, as Fin2 Racing holds 3rd place with Big G, who's leading the pack, getting 4 positions, and Beardo Wills, who is in second, who's going 10 positions, but both of which drivers have not pitted for the inters yet.
Yeah, a lot of drivers on the inters now, so just seeing it, just looking visually, there is less rain coming down on track, and there obviously is a big dry line out there, so there is enough grip to go on those inters.
Yeah.
But we just missed out there that Carve got another 3-second time penalty, I believe it was, so they're racking up now for him. So he's going to want to be watching track limits, because that is a big kill around here. As Big G has got a 8-second gap, so he's going to be using this to his full advantage, and will be coming into the pits for the intermediate tyres. He's a bit slow into the pit entrance he was there. But it's going to be interesting if he can come out in front as Finty Racing's coming around the last corner now. A little bit of a tail kick there, giving us a bit of action, a bit of drifting. And he's gone into P1, so he's done that undercut, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's no point in staying on those wet speeder wheels, and Billy, as they respectively go into the pits as well.
As Carve is looking to go up the inside into the last chicane. And is he going to get the move done? Yes, he is. He just gets in front. Yes, he does get the move done, but the Racing Point just clips the back of him. And that's a good move from him, getting that position done. That's great from Carve there. I don't know if he's got any damage. No, he doesn't on his front wing. That was a really good move from him. Bastion Racing is still on those wet tyres, so I would have thought he would have been ditching them that lap.
Yeah, good move down the inside. Very, very bold going around 10, 13 and 14, especially in these absolutely horrific conditions, as I believe.
Has got an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, Zach is pleased.
Well, he's going to be coming out in this battle for P10 with Beardo Wheels and Kylie Boy. But he's just lost that position there. So it's unfortunate for him just to lose that time. Aston Racing seems to be going pretty slow, so I don't know if that was a spin between him and Billy. But Bruno Wheels is dropping back. Oh, sorry, no, he got overtaken. So it is a battle for 9th here, as Kylie Boy is up the inside of Zach's Beast, riding on board with a Beardo just to get the capture of this. But will Kylie Boy try and get the momentum? He's got overtake enabled. He's going to look up the inside. Can he get in front in time? Yes, he can. That's the move done for him. So that's a great move there from both of them, as Zach's Beast decides to better of it and to come in the pit. So he might have had a little bit of damage there.
Yeah, Crowding Door's doing a really good job, as we've said. He does like the wet, and he's really catching up to the back of Massey now, just half a second away from him.
Yeah, I just switched over to him as she started talking about him. Yeah, he looks like he's doing really good. He's pulling away from Dane behind. And he's catching Massey, and he might be looking for an overtake, as I believe that is someone retiring in Sector 3. That's what that yellow flag is. But Crowding Door looking to get the best exit he can. Using overtake now, the car is nice and stable, but he might just be a little too far back now to get the overtake done. But let's watch this last chicane, see if he can get anything done there. Gets that nicely hooked up, doesn't get any warnings there. Doesn't hit the wall of champions either, that's always a good thing. But Matthew just get a little bit more grip through there. So maybe a little bit of a setup, or could be anything. As I believe one of the Alfa Romeos of Zach Willa Howard has been lapped, unfortunately. So he's just come out behind the leaders, behind Dame Zero in P4.
Yeah, absolutely. Dame Zero not having the best of races today, as he's dropped down 2 positions, I believe, just is now outside of a podium position. But he's really probably just going to try and focus on trying to get up to Crowded Door, as he's battling with Massey, and they're going to be slowing down each other. So it's just a good idea for him to just focus on trying to catch the Crowded Door now.
Yeah, I've just been following the Crowded Door for like this past lap for a bit, Sector 1 and 2. Just have a quick chat about him. He seems to be much quicker than Massey in Sector 1 and Sector 2, but just down the straights, Massey is just getting that straight line speed. As we see here, Crowding just can't catch up to the back of him. So you might be running less wing, possibly. But a little bit of action going on down at the back with Moto X and ART Racing. Battle for 15th here. Sorry, but looks like they're having their own little battle back here. There's not much going on around them except for Zaki's beast behind.
Yeah.
GR8 is really close to Shadow Wolf, as Shadow Wolf gets a bit of a dodgy exit there. And GR8 is not having any revs on his car, moving up through the gears. But he just isn't close enough. That is a thing I am seeing. Cars can't get close enough in this wet weather just to catch up. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1 as that is an Alfa Romeo off of Willa Howard. That's unfortunate for him.
As GR8 has made the move on Shadow Wolf, it looks like Shadow Wolf.
Oh! Sorry, ART Racing's just had a bit of a accident there with a Moto X, I believe that was. And he's lost a bit of end plate. And Moto X is going really slow, giving Zaki's beast the opportunity to get right on the back of him. Sorry about that there, Sam. Saw a bit of fighting and a couple of wings going up.
Yeah, just looking at the whole, the grid is really bonded up from the qualifying, and I believe that's...
Moto X is spun out, sorry.
Yeah, I just noticed that as well. That's unfortunate for Moto X, as he's dropped down 3 positions now.
Yeah, but Finty Racing up at the front of the grid. He's controlling this race really well. He's holding about a 4-second gap, I'd say. He's dropped, last time he was on board, it was about 4.3 as Beardo Wheels gets past. Sorry, drops down a position, I believe that was. So he's going to be fighting with Arvid just to get P10. So really good for Arvid as he had his first race the other day. There's brilliant. Brilliant. I give up with that name. Beardo Wheels gets a bit of twitchy on the back end. But Carver, it was first race last week and he unfortunately crashed out on the first lap. And he's in the points this race as there's a full course yellow flag. And now it's a safety car. And I think that was Will Howard that's crashed out. We're trying to find someone on board. Yeah, it is. Or is he retired? Oh dear, I think he's retired.
Yeah, I believe he crashed out, that's for sure. But yeah, that's unfortunate.
Moto X on the mediums.
That's interesting. That's a very bold strategy, although I'm having a look, it is looking quite dry for me.
Yeah, there's no rain coming down, not I can see, and there is quite a dry track through Sector 1, but you come down the hill and there is a lot of water still standing, like there isn't much dry through Sector 2 and Sector 3, but Sector 1 is quite dry. But it'll be interesting to see if he's got enough grip, because that track is going to be really greasy. But Big G also goes onto the mediums. You've seen that.
I think the mediums are now going to be quite possibly the tyres to be on now. There is still a lot of water on the track. But I mean, Dingle Dolphins put on a new set of inters, and quite a lot of the top runners also have put a new set of inters. Whether or not that's a good time or not, but we'll see as we carry on into the race.
What have you done in that situation? Like, we're on lap 12, there's another safety car you've just seen come up. Do you pit for new inters or mediums? What would you do?
I think go for another set of inters. I mean, you've got Jeff at your disposal, so you can ask whether the mediums are, or the dry compounds are going to be better at this point in time, but we'll see. As I'm just having a look, Fragstar and Big G, so they're on the same tyre wear and different tyres, so that's going to be really good info for us to have a look and to see if those mediums are actually working.
Yeah, just seeing Massey pit now. I don't think he's got any damage, so will he be going on the mediums? Yes, he is. He's going on the mediums. Massey's gone on the mediums. He's got 5-second time penalty as well. It's unfortunate. But if Fin2 Racing wants to go onto the mediums, he's kind of a bit stuck now because behind the safety car, so he's going to be losing time now. And he can't really pull away from Massey and Crowding Door and Dame Zero. And who else is wanting to go on the mediums? A lot of people are coming in now for the mediums. But usually when you see a transition from wet to dry, you would go on the softs because they've got more grip, especially because it's colder temperatures. So, I'm interested to see if these mediums are going to work for them. Because I know the mediums, a lot of drivers were saying they're really good, aren't they? I think you even said they were really good last night, didn't you?
It's just whether these mediums, they can take them to the end in these conditions. And I've just having a look, and I do think the track is really dry, and probably mediums are probably the optimum strategy for this point, to try and take those to the end. So, I mean, we'll see. We've got quite the mix now.
Yeah. It's a shame we can't see like the track temperature and everything. That's a shame the game doesn't let us see that. I don't think the drivers don't even see that, do they?
No. But it'd be nice to see if we.
That'd be a good thing, yeah.
Be nice to see if we could see the with strategies, obviously the most optimum at this point in time. Yeah, quite.
On AWS.
But it's quite an even split now between dry tyres and inters. I believe the top runners are now starting to pit for mediums, so...
Yeah, Fin2 Racing and Total Recall pitted. That's given Massey the lead of the race with Big G behind. And Crowding Doors into P3 now. On the medium compound tyres. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep up and maybe get P1 or P2. Well, you'd be happy with P3, but after getting his first podium last week, I believe it was, wasn't it? To get another podium here, back-to-back races, that'd be really good.
Yeah, absolutely. As I think mediums are now the way to go as we're entering lap 14 of the Canadian Grand Prix.
Yeah, a bit of position switching within the pit stops there. As ART Racing is coming in to get those wets off and inters off and get some medium tyres on. Whoa. But Shadow Wolf's gone to hards, so that's even, and he's coming back in. I don't think he really wanted to hards.
Yeah, it's probably just a mistake as the safety car is in this lap, so people are going to be wanting to try and get as quickly to the back of the queue as they can, just in time for the safety car restart.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars spread out. This is going to be interesting. The safety car has driven off now, so Massey is going to be holding up the pack now. And we're going to see what's going on. So just riding on board with Massey. Just watching him come down the straight now. Warming up those tyres, holding everyone back. Because he's gained a bit of a gap already of 1.1 seconds and he decides to go, take this opportunity while Big G was holding back. He's gained a good position there as Crowding Door just gets a little bit twitchy on the exit and doesn't lose back end, but could have been worse. But he doesn't get the best of exit to get a run on him to turn 1. So not much position changing into turn 1 as I'm oh for God's sake. There we go, we found the people at the front again. As Total Recall just hits the back of... Sorry, no he doesn't. He just gets a 3-second time penalty for warnings. And there wasn't too much position change, I believe, as there's a yellow flag in sector 1. The Crowding Door's going to look up the inside, but he can't get that move done. Because there is a... Sorry, in Big G, there's lost a lot of time under this safety car. And he's got likes of Crowding Door that's going to send it up the inside and just taps his front wing. It's going to give Fin2 Racing the opportunity to try and send it around the outside. Bit of contact there from those two. I think even more fighting going on with Dame Zero, getting past Total Recall there, so that's good from him. And Fin2 Racing is going to have another go at it into this final chicane. He's going to go round the outside, it's going to be too wide, but Fin2 Racing just gets in front there. In front of Crowding Door, moving him out of a podium position. It is a shame. Now Fin2 Racing can try and catch up to the back of Big G, but Big G's lost 2 seconds. There's Total Recall and Dame still fighting, and Total Recall goes up the inside. Good move from him. And Dame can't do anything about it, as Carv gets another 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like, nice little battle going on with the top runners, keeping it nice and clean. No one's been retired yet, so which is very nice. So, two, 3, 4, and 5 all, and 6, sorry, all very close. And Anthem, we just noted in the chat saying that those mediums are not going to take it to the end. So, would it have been a good option to go on the hards? But I still think I'm agreeing with Anthem that those hards probably won't be able to go to the end. Neither will the mediums, of course.
Yeah. I think it was too cold at the time. You can't see the cloud lighting up now, and the track's going to get warmer, quote unquote, in a sense. In real life it would, but obviously the game at the end of the day, so we'll see. As race control as for God. As race control has enabled DRS, there we go. I got my words right, and the pit window has opened for mediums, and the sky is lighting up. We've gone from dull drizzles to bright sunshine now. Changing the weather.
Yeah, the weather's really changed now, and probably the drivers are quite relieved after they've had about 10, 12 laps of absolute hell in an absolute drenching wet. And now they're quite relieved now that they're in the dry, quite comfortably on some mediums. And this is going to be really spicing up the strategy. Whether, as Khan picks up another 5-second time bonus for speeding into the pit lane.
Yeah, just watching this top 6 still, and they're all within a second of each other. So really close. Sorry, top 7 now. Fragstar's decided to get on the action and making opportunity of this lot fighting and being so close together in this dirty air. But Massey's pulled a 3-second gap as he's pitted. So it's going to be interesting what he comes on to. Just watching on board with him now, see what he's going to go on. I forgot Williams is at the end of the pit lane. Oh no, sorry, he served a drive-through penalty. So I don't know when he got that. So that's really dropped him down the position. As the sun has come out here at Canada. So if you're joining us, we've had 2 safety cars. We've started with a wet session. From wets to inters, back to dries and the slick tyres and mediums. But obviously these mediums aren't going to last to the end.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Is getting quite close to Crowding Door, so Crowding Door's going to be really under threat now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, this top 6. Can you have a look at the penalties? See if this lot have got like lots of penalties. Because that could change the order really much if this is how it is going to kind of stay till the end of the race. Because if one has more penalties than the other, as I'm looking back at Kylie Boy that's looking to get an overtake done, but he just can't get, he ain't got enough straight line speed. That's obviously this lot of, I believe, going to be running wet setups still, so might not be too good for the tyres, but we don't know obviously. So Finching Racing is all over the back of Big G, and he's going to send it up the inside, but no, he can't get that move done there. So these two are battling it out for P1 now. He's getting DRS again. He's going to look up the inside. I don't want to be looking behind. And he taps Big G! And Big G's in the wall! Oh! Big G's tapped Crowding Door, and that's sent him off into the runoff area. And he's come back on the track a bit dangerously there. But Fintu Racing has got the lead of the race. And there was a bit of wheel banging there. It's a shame to see a bit of contact, but he's in the lead of the race.
Yeah, I mean... I'm not too sure who was at fault there. I mean, I think Fintu Racing was a bit... I'm not sure what he's doing, getting as like really close to the back of him. And obviously, tapping and sending in. But at the same time, Big G was very, very dangerously coming back on track and obviously hitting Crowding Door in the process. So we'll leave that up to the admins.
Yeah, Big G's pitted now. So that's obviously a front wing change, and that's dropped him out of this fight. For first, basically. Got fight from top 5 fighting for podiums in first position as Total Rico picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Yeah, and Toto Rico's probably quite happy sitting in third because I believe this will be his first podium. So I think he'd be quite happy if Dame Zero would just leave him alone.
Yeah, but we've seen Dame come through the season, come through the pack. He's been looking really strong, and I believe he is leading the Drivers' Championship, isn't he?
Yeah, he is by quite a margin.
Yeah. So he's going to be looking maybe to get on the podium, but Toto Rico ain't going to give it up easily.
No, yeah, because racing with him, he was in Division 2. He would not give up his position. He would fight to the end.
Sorry, Dame Zero. He's going to look around the outside of Total Recall now. He's going to get this move done. They're going to be fighting into this last chicane, but Dame Zero just gets in front there, and that gives Total Recall down into P4, but Dame gets P3. But it's Total Recall going to fight, and he's right up his gearbox now. He's going to try and send it up the inside. Yes, he is. He's going to look for it. Dame gives him just enough room. Squeeze him a little bit out on the grass, but that's those two holding position now. I don't think there'll be any more fighting there for a little bit. As Billy and Big G are fighting now, and Big G got him down on the straight, I believe that was. Just missed that little bit of action there while watching the front runners fighting.
Yeah, just saying, Toto Rico, it was going to fight, but it's unfortunate. Dame Zero is such a great driver. He's been doing really well. Had a really dominant season in Division 3.
Yeah, did you have a look at the penalties for this top 5?
Yeah, there were penalties for most people, I believe, ranging from 3 seconds up to 6 seconds, as Billy picks up a 3-second time penalty as well.
Yeah, such a shame to see so many penalties on the grid. Bruno always picks up another 3-second penalties, talking about penalties. But a bit of a gap now. Finty Racing looks like it's glitching around a little bit to me.
Tragstar is getting very close, with the gap only just being 0.3 of a second.
This Total Recall's not in the session for me. As it's the end of the race.
Yeah, you've left the session, haven't you?
Ah. I think the game's crashed. Hello?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I think you've just
People still driving around?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry about this, guys. I've just watched the end of a race.
You managed to get back in? There we go.
Sorry about this technical issue, people. Let's just load back into the session now. People still racing that sound?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Any big fights going on?
People stayed in their positions as Big G has actually moved up, and I believe now you're back in, so I'll hand it back over to you.
Yes. Back in, and all of a sudden I see fighting up the front of the grid. Is Fragstar to Crowd and Door. When did Crowd and Door get into P3? I thought he was a bit further back. Oh, anyway, Crowd and Door in third position. Once again, he's in the podium position for the second time in this race, in this season for him. So that's really good from him. but the Mercedes have drag started right on the back of Total Recoil. So looking to get a position done there. A bit more fighting back because Zach's Beast is looking for P8 on Dingo Dolphin, so good from him. But apart from that, that's really the only battles, as Fintu Racing has driven off a little bit and pulled free 2.9 seconds. The car's behind. There's... oh god. Sam, who's leading the race?
Fintu Racing. Yeah, there's some lag going on. Yeah, Fintu Racing's leading us.
Apparently Dame Zero's leading the race for me. It's Dingo Dolphin pits. Fintu Racing's finally gone up into P1. I think that's sorted itself out. Please sort itself out. So can you just give us a grid rundown, because that also helped me check this.
So Fintu Racing, Dame Zero, Paradigm Door, Total Recall, Massey, Zach's Beast, Fragstar, Big G, Beardo, Wills, Billy, Kylie Boy, Dingle Dolphin, GRA, R2A, Shadow Wolf, Carve, and Motorhouse.
Okay, the top 10's right. That'll do for now. Oh, there's a bit of action with Zach's Beast and the McLaren is hit. I think that's Billy. No, it's not. It's Carve. Carve and Zach's Beast have had a bit of a coming together there. And I don't know if Carve was being lapped or not, because he's so far down the grid. But Zach's Beast lost his front wing. Half his front wing, so that's a shame from him. Because there is a really big group down at the back here for P10 now.
Yeah.
Or are these...
No, Dingle Dolphin is just 6 tenths behind Boy, who is also 5 tenths behind Billy, as Big G obviously just moves up position. We have Massey, Zach's Beast, all pitting for a fresh set of mediums.
Yeah, timings are jumping around a little bit for me, but Dame Zero, he's done really well to get up in P2. Well, I saw him, he's down in P3, so did he overtake someone, do you know, or did he
yes,
get that from a pit stop?
I think he did manage to overtake Paradigm Door.
There's that's a Haas that's going really slow in sector 2 of Moto Exo. He damaged the front wing. No, he's got his front wing intact, so I don't know why he's going quite slow there. Bit strange. As Dame Zero's dropped down into P4 as he's gone on to the softs now. That's interesting. I'm pitting for the softs now, so he's obviously going to have a go at fastest lap. And he's going to take it to the end, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, and Carve has picked up another 3 second penalty, so his race has really gone downhill now.
Yeah, he wasn't the points bound halfway through the race, but unfortunately he's just... Oh, I think he had a lot of broken front wings. He kept pitting and pitting and pitting, didn't he?
As Dave's put on the soft, sorry, and so he's going to be looking very quick. With just a few laps to go, he's going to be trying to make some moves with 8 laps to go as well.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's 11.2 seconds behind, so he's got a lot of work to do. I ain't very good at maths, as we all know, so I can't work out 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 7 laps left, I believe. Am I right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
My maths teacher was watching this, she wish she would have passed me. But no one else looking to go on the softs and see if they can challenge for fastest lap and maybe take it away from someone in the top 10. There's the gaps that have formed, as we do see here, but Dingo Dolphin is right on the back of Billy. As Billy hits the wall of champions, that's going to give Dingo Dolphin the run on him. He just came off the throttle a little bit, but he's going to send it up the inside. Is this move going to be nice? Yes, it is. He locks up a little bit. He gets that move done really nicely. As Billy gets a bit of damage on that front right end plate.
Yeah, great little move there from the two drivers in 8th and 9th. But yeah, Billy may be having a look back as we're coming on to the second DRS section. They are on the same. Oh no, they're not. Billy is on older mediums, so you would expect him to start falling away from him quite quickly.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they could do a bit like what Dame's done and go in pit, go on the softs. Because I think a few more runners ahead. Yep, Crowding Door has pitted for softs, and so his total recall, and that's given Dame Zero back into P2 on those softs, with 16 seconds in front for Fintu Racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't think Fintu Racing will pit, will he? Because that isn't a pit stop. Away, is it?
No, I don't think so, but as we're seeing, those runners who have just pitted are sticking on those soft tyres, so a little bit confused as to why some have maybe accidentally gone onto those medium tyres. But those softs are going to be really key, so we're going to see them. They are going to be making a lot of moves coming into the back end of the race, coming into about 6 laps to go now.
Yeah, Kylie Boy's getting past GRA due to him being in the pits, so it's moved him up a position. And GRA's gone on to mediums, so it's a bit strange to see, but Fintu Racing, he can't pit here, can he? He's being held up kind of by the oh, as he just loses the back end there on these 16 lap old mediums. But he's getting held up by a little bit of traffic, and Dame is closing in that lap, and he's 14.98 seconds behind, 6 seconds, 13 seconds behind now, and he's gaining him. Yeah,
Fintu Racing is on very old medium, 16 laps old in fact. I believe that's a McLaren going slowly. As Carve again letting people by. Probably doesn't need to come to a complete stop, but that's fine. But Fintu Racing is on those really hard old mediums. So whether or not Dame can close down a 13-second gap within 5 laps, I mean, it'll be impressive if he does, but he's got some work to do if he does want to.
Yeah, just flicking through the timing sheets at the minute, seeing ART Racing's got the fastest lap of 45 seconds.
Yeah, I'm wondering Dame Zero is probably going to be going out for that as well in the process of just trying to get as close as he can to Fintu Racing with their closing laps now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he can beat that 45-second time. Good luck to him. Because I think there's a bit of a glitch there. As I'm trying to find position changed. Where's that? Stops. Position changed. Here we go. So, Don't Go Dolphin's done really well. He's gained 7 positions. That's really good work from him. He's down in P8. But Fintu Racing's gained 2 positions. Of course, Dame hasn't changed position at all. He stayed in P2. Rackstar's gained a position. Total Recall's gained 2. Massey's lost 4. And Crowd Indoor has gained 1. So, good change in positions. He just clips the wall there. Crowd Indoor. Catchy on board of that. So, unfortunately, he loses that. There's a safety car.
Cool. Safety car with only a few laps to go. Fintu Racing has been really outdone there and has gone past the pits only just when the safety car comes out. He would have been absolutely loving it if the safety car came out just a few seconds later. But now he's got to go for a full lap and then go on to those quite possibly softs and lose a lot of positions. So I think Dame Zero is going to be collecting up first place because of that, and we've got seeing quite a lot of people starting to pit now. Massey, Crowding Door, Big G, all just going for those probably quick.
My maths is correct. There's 3 laps left of this left of this race.
We may be finishing on a safety car. Highly doubt it, but
I haven't seen that before, but if that's...
first time for everything. Maybe a drag race to the end. That, I think...
It'll be a last lap shootout if that's so.
If Fintu Racing is smart, and it is, and it goes in on the last lap, or they're on the last lap, you just take it to the line and win. I mean, it's quite simply that. But I mean, I don't think that's going to happen today. But let's see. I'm quite excited to see what's going to happen with the safety car situation.
This has really shook up the grid. If this is a finish under the safety car, people think that'll be the first. But usually a safety car would pit a lap or two before, when it's only got 3 laps to go around. As Fintu Racing's pitted. It's going to give Dame Zero the lead of this race.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether he wanted to do that or not, but nonetheless, he's done it, and Billy and R2 Race need to pass the safety car, I do believe. Dame Zero just pops it around.
Well, Dame's going to go around them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not going to overtake him
Sneak
here.
past. Just got to be careful of that safety car. It is an absolute brick wall.
Yeah, you've seen the videos on the internet of a safety car coming out. But Dingo Dolphin's gained 10 positions now. He's in P10, 5. So I don't know about you, but I think he could be on for driver of the day. That's really good work from him.
Yeah.
So unless something happens.
I think if he holds that position, I think, yeah, he'll be taking home driver of the day. Getting 10 positions. That's a lot of positions. Starting 15th then, basically at the back of the grid. Really great stuff from him. So, safety car is not in this lap still, so we're still waiting to see when that... Oh, never mind. Safety car is in this lap.
It's a 2-lap shootout. This is going to be really interesting. Dame Zero is holding up the pack now. He's got a lot of lapped cars, but he's got ART Racing behind him that's a lapped car. Look. And Fragstar's just overtaking him, so Fragstar's got 2 laps to see if he can get P1. And Total Recall. There's a big pile up! There's a huge pile up! Don't know what happened there, but I think I saw a good few wings go.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what was happening.
As Dame's gone. I think there'll be a few people in the pits there and not being very happy.
And Carbs
Dame's pulled a 2-second start.
For penalties.
Must have had a lot of penalties then. But we're back racing with a green track, and we've got a battle for 4th going on here with Massey and Fintu Racing, but Fintu Racing's just dropped a little bit too much. But Massey's on the back of Total Recall. He's going to be looking for a position. He's got P13, and as the rain's coming down again. I'm seeing a few drops of rain, but I don't think that'll be not enough to bring out intermediates, especially with the amount of laps left. But Total Recall is also fighting for P2, so this is going to be really interesting to see if he can get P2, and if Massey can maybe claw back into the podium position, as the rain is coming down quite heavily.
Yeah, absolutely. And that top of the grid, just 3/10 sort of separating each of them. It's very close as they're entering onto the final lap.
Penultimate.
Now, there we go, final lap now.
Oh no. As Massey's right on the back of Total Recall, is he going to try and get this last podium? Total Recall's not going to let him have it. He's going to fight him all the way, but this is giving the Renault Fintu Racing the opportunity to get in there. And Fintu Racing, is he going to look for it? No, but Massey does get in front of Total Recall, and he gets P3. Total Recall is really under attack now by Fintu Racing. Can Fintu Racing, he's going to look around the outside. Can he get the move done? He's going to send it, but no, he thinks better of it and doesn't go for it. He's using all the curb now. He's going to try and get a switch back on Total Recall. Is this going to be a good move? No, he just can't get the traction on. But he's going to look down into this last chicane now. Can he get it done? Yes, he's sending it up the inside and hits Total Recall. Total Recall has to go wide. And he comes back on the track and there's still a little bit of contact. And Fintu Racing still fighting for this 4th position, and Fintu Racing, oh, they're side by side into this corner. Is Fintu Racing going to get it finally? Yes, he does finally get his total recall, just loses the back end a little bit. Oh!
Yeah, I mean, lots of wheel banging there. I mean, Fintu Racing, that was very bold going down the inside, and especially as we are now on the final lap. Dame Zero on the final straight.
Dame Zero crosses the line now for P1. Then we've got Fragstar P2, Massey just behind in P3, but Massey's dropped down into P4 and Fintu Racing is in P3. So Massey's dropping down really hard here due to all the penalties. Big G is up into P4, Massey stays P5, Total Recall P6, Dingo Dolphin P7, Beardo Wheels, yes, there we go, got it right, is in P8. I didn't get the rest of them done.
So now, drive of the day. That was an absolute brilliant race. Great drive from Dame Zero. The game gives Dingo Dolphin the drive of the day. But our drive of the day...
I think I've got to agree with the game.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but...
I mean, yeah, he gained a lot of positions, 8, although he was in with a great chance of doing really well. Just unfortunately got sort of caught out at safety car. So I think we're going to get him into the...
Yes, would you like to see if you can get him into the party?
Yeah, great race as we go down the order. So our winner today, Dame Zero, followed by Fragstar picking up 2nd place, and Fintu Racing picking up 3rd place, and that is our podium positions. Rest of the grid: Big G, Massey, Total Recall, Dingo Dolphin, Beardo, Wills, GR8, Zach is Beast, Kylie Boy, Crowding Door, RT Race, Billy, Shadow Wolf, Moto Eggs, Willa Howard, Aston Race, and Carve to finish off the grid. Really great race from Division 3 tonight.
Yeah, brilliant from these guys. A little bit of contact here and there, but apart from that, ART Racing was the only one to apparently not get any penalties that I'm seeing, so everyone else had penalties. Apart from that, really good race, as we've got Dingo Dolphin in the party with us now. And has he included his audio?
It's included now, yeah.
Yeah, hello, sir. You've got driver of the day.
Lovely.
You gained 8 positions, I believe it was. And I think you got a bit caught up in a bit of an accident at the end of the safety car because there was a lot of cars hitting each other.
I don't know what happened.
You lost a few positions there.
I honestly don't know what happened. I'm sure I was in 6th as well, and then Big G overtook me. But I have no idea what happened. There was like 3 or 4 cars that just crashed right in front of me.
Yeah, that's a shame. You're looking on to get a good few points there.
Sorry, mate, what was that?
You're looking on to get a good few points there.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, like I started low, like down in I think it was 16th or 17th. But I know, like with Canada, you just got to keep it clean. And I think I still got 12 seconds in penalties. Somehow managed to keep it in 7th. But yeah, good points for Red Bull. So
yeah,
good
very
race.
good, man.
Fun
Well
race.
done.
Good fun race. Well done, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. And that's all we've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching Division 3 here with ERN, and good night. We hope to see you next week.